This customer lost all faith in me and all dealerships nationwide with a Ford Raptor. Customer states! I just bought this Raptor from another dealership about 4 or 5 months ago, and it has no power and a flashing check engine light. Oh, and by the way, the dealership I bought it from tried to fix this 2 weeks ago, and I don't trust them anymore because it's still broken, so it's your turn. What does my technician find? It's got a fuel pressure issue. At the high pressure fuel pump, there's 2 bolts to hold it on. One is broken because it was installed improperly, which caused the fuel pump to sit crooked. When the fuel pump sat crooked, it caused the plunger inside the fuel pump to not be able to travel as far as it needs to properly pressurize the fuel. What does this mean for the customer? Well, it means it's not under warranty and it's a workmanship issue with the last dealership. I, as a service advisor, could contact that dealership, do the whole big thing, ask them to pay for it. They're not going to want to pay for it. We're going to have to tow it to them. They're going to fix it. The customer won't be happy with that. So we did the customer a solid and just took care of it, which was all well and good. And I was honest with the customer, like, hey, they messed up, but we fixed it. It wasn't warranty, but we took care of it. Try to gain some trust. Well, the customer came back with the same problem. Part 2, let me know.
The guy's pulling out a broken bolt on this old Jeep, getting her cleaned up here, washer welded on. You want to make sure you get it clean before you weld that on. Then you get your nut, get a good weld on there. Oh yeah, don't forget to whack with a hammer a couple times. Chalk load a little bit, tend to come out easier. Get her all welded up here. You want to get a good weld on it, and then 99% of the time, they'll just walk right out. Like and subscribe if you like content like this, and I'll keep it coming. Another day, another broken bolt. Pulling a broken bolt out of this 6-liter head, do lots of. Welding the washer back on. I use the washer same size as the bolt. And then the nut I usually will use as big as I can. In this instance, we use a 1/2-inch nut, which is 3/4 inch on the outside. Pretty simple to do. Like I said, you always want to make sure you whack with a hammer. If you weld your washer on, give a little tap on the nut sometimes too, just depends on. This time I used a wrench because you guys were triggered by my metric around all. Like and subscribe for more, just like this.
Customer states, I'm having issues with my dash valves. I replaced them, but the issue started happening again. Also, I replaced both my tank air pressure sensors because they failed due to moisture in the lines. Help?
Mechanic says, come over here. When's the last time you drained your air tanks?
Oh, sorry? Tanks? Drain?
My man, you need to make sure you are keeping your air system moisture-free by draining your air tanks regularly. This is why you keep having air system issues. You don't want your air system components to get all rusty and crusty. Also, come over here again. Make sure you are changing out your air dryer cartridge at the manufacturer's recommended service interval.
Customer states, my bus has slow throttle response and is lacking power, you see? Help!
Mechanic says, come over here. Let me do some basic checks starting with your air filter. Let's check your restriction gauge. Oh.
You are wasting your time. These buses get a PM regularly. In fact, they just replaced the filter last week. I know you are just going to try to upsell me a filter.
Ma boy. Last week you said.
Oh.
Also, regular PM? Does that stand for poor maintenance?
Could you just blow it out?
Customer states that buzzing noise stays on while driving. Obnoxious buzzing noise, as you can hear. Well, what a concept that if you were to take your seatbelt and put it on, your buzzing noise goes away.
Alright, this rust belt shit's getting ridiculous. I mean, look at this tire. Look at these brakes. I mean, that's just ridiculous. That's just crazy.
2021 2500 Silverado here. Customer states the rear view camera doesn't work. But notice it turns red when you hit the brake. Huh. No way.
2021 Honda CR-V. Customer states car died while driving and now all lights on dash are on. Towed in Honda roadside assistance. Oh, she's a beaut. So the first thing I check is for any DTCs, onboard snapshots, and this is what I find. Fuel level 6%. Fuel low. Range 0 miles. So you have a fuel low message, a gas gauge with the gas light on, and your trip odometer is showing your range is 0 miles. I really feel humans are de-evolving. I mean, 6% may not have caused it to stall, but perhaps a pretty sharp corner is what cavitated the pump.
I think they might have did it this time. The boys was out riding the 220 and they said it starts ticking. So they shut it off, crank it back up, ticking stops. So they crank it up to come park it. Then they said it's knocking. Now, it's a little bit on the locked up side. It's a little bit low on oil. I have seen it way worse, I promise you. I have ran this joker dry before. Several times. On another note, found the leak. Been looking for that for a while. It's finally showing its face. Looks like it's blown the O-ring and the oil filter cover. I'm gonna try a little something here. I still got faith in the old girl. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. It does roll backwards. It's actually still got compression. It's a little odd. It looks like this is fixing to turn serious. Put my town hat there. I don't want to get it dirty. Just based on how the engine was feeling, I took a guess out of here. Figured the easiest and most telling part would be the clutch housing. And wouldn't you know it? Ta-da! You can't kill a bio. No, not the 220 you can't. You might break a foot on it every now and again, but breaking it? No. I mean, the spark plug has been cross-threaded in this thing for 20 years. We don't need a clutch. Oh, that does kind of look like it might have hurt. It's a little scratched up on the housing. Might hurt the resale value just a little bit. Nah, that's normal. Got all the debris cleared out of the clutch. Make sure that is the only problem. You can't kill a bayou. To be continued.
Hey, Lube Techs, this one's for you. This is how you tighten up an oil filter. That's it. You don't need an impact wrench. That's it. You're good.
What's up, you guys? All right. Customer states rear is making a grinding or rubbing sound when driving. 2014 Charger. He's also got a stripped oil pan. We'll get into that a little bit later. But 24s, 9-inch wide wheel. Definitely needs some tires. I'd say he's got a scrubbing issue going on with this. Just a little bit, but he drove here. Okay.
Customer states, truck sounds like a snare drum.
Customer states his 19-foot Raptor steering wheel is loose after off-roading. Customer states my car has lack of power.
Oh, look at that.